Greetings everybody, welcome back to Motivational Montage, and if you're new, welcome. I hope to earn your subscription today. Things have changed, times have changed, people do change, as we all know, and kind of have to grow to love that fact. First and foremost, I want to apologize for not having a video up last week. I sort of had a big old flip-flop happen in my life, and it turned everything upside down, which for some strange reason still looks normal. Even though it's upside down, it still looks okay. I'm good with that. And what it means is I've basically come to terms with the fact that my heart has changed a little bit, my mind has changed a little bit. It's all for the best. It's still Soli Deo Gloria all the way around, but there's no denying the fact that I've got to change me. I have to change me. I got to get some discipline going on in my life. Yeah. I've got some discipline where it really counts, but there's other areas where I need to add some more discipline. One of those is speaking the truth. And the truth is I'm pretty much done with the Third Mill blog entries. There's nothing really more of serious relevance. I mean, I even went a few months where I didn't even write blogs. So yeah, it's pretty much the end of the blogs there. But the new thing that I'm going to actually do and run into, and you're going to love this, is I've got questions that have been asked of me in real life over the years. And they've both been asked in person, and they've both been asked over the phone, and they both, why am I saying they both? They've all been asked either in person or over the phone or over the internet, and they're important questions, valid questions, based in my direction, directed at me, based on observations that they've had about me and my life, and I feel it's important to answer some of these questions. Now, I've answered them when the question's been asked, no hesitation, but I figured this would be a good little thing to do. And the very first question I'm always asked, quite often I should say, how can I have so much joy? How can I be so happy, even in a situation that's drastic or even almost deadly, How can I be so cheerful? Well, the answer lies in what lies beyond the situation. It's hope, it's trust in promises, it's faith, it's confidence, It all boils down to the Soli Deo Gloria attitude. If I'm going to do things, it's going to be for God's glory. Well, God himself has a plan. That plan somehow includes me. I have Jesus in my life, God's Son. And Jesus is up there on the right side of the Father in intercession for me, right? So I need to be doing some stuff. Discipline. Okay. So, yeah. Joy is one of the biggest issues that everybody seems to have. They get a problem, they get angry, or they get upset, or they get disappointed, And these are not necessarily wrong feelings. I'm not going to say anything about the feelings much. Okay, I'll get to that in a minute. What we're looking at is the darkness, though, when we go into those situations. My bills are late. I don't have the money to pay the bills. Boo-hoo, woe is me. That's darkness, in a biblical sense, If we're supposed to be having an abundant life, right, we got to be exercising those things, those fruits that show life, love and joy, peace and patience and so forth, and spreading grace and spreading mercy, even to ourself, grace and mercy. I mean, it's just that simple, and you can't love your neighbor as much as you love yourself. You got to work that out too. Get that knife off my back, a monkey knife, whatever. I talked about that in another video. That's something different. That's a rabbit trail that I won't get into right now. But joy is always at the other side of the situations. Happiness is always going to be on the other side of the situations. That's all there is to it. And that's what I do, is I look to the other side. It's that simple, really, truly, honestly. I love y'all. You can't do anything about it. Stay blessed, safe, healthy, and frosty. Until next time we get together, keep looking up.